Ya está el cronómetro con 2 minutos. Les hago conteo en un momento para empezar.
Good afternoon, everyone. Not sure if we're live yet, but if we are, welcome everyone to our Ed Talk series. There we go. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another session of our Ed Talk series. We are very, very happy to host you this evening. A warm, warm welcome to the educational community of Escuela Sierra Nevada. We are super proud to host their academic director, Ms. Jimena Vallejo from the IDEA Online School. Welcome, Ms. Jimena. How are you today?
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here.
We're super happy to have you and to host you, and equally happy to host all of the parents of the educational community at Escuela Sierra Nevada, of course, the teachers, our dear, dear teachers and students, and of course, our directors. Please join us today in the conversation. We're happy to receive all of your comments and questions throughout the program. And of course, we have with us today also my dear colleague and partner, Gabriela Gonzalez Pacheco. She is our programs director at Wholeschools International, and me, myself, Andrea Ferrari, CEO and founder at Wholeschools. We have created together this innovative space to inspire conversation around education in this time of challenge and change. And we are here to host you in another one of our wonderful sessions. Of course, education is transforming, and for us at Wholeschools, we believe that innovation, equity, well-being, and happiness are the keys to a sustainable change that will face the challenges of the short and the long-term consequences. This is why we gather here in this space with our educational leaders, with our educational experts, in order to create awareness and guide our school communities as we together co-create the new landscape in education. And today we have with us the creator, the director, the leader of this very innovative project, the IDEA Online School. So welcome, Ms. Jimena, once again. Such an honor to have you with us.
Thank you so much.
And well, to start our conversation today, what we'd like to ask the very obvious question to please enlighten us, share with us a little bit how the IDEA Online project was born and from what needs and what were the driving factors that led you to this innovative decision.
Well, again, thank you so much for this Ed Talk. I'm really excited about this and to share with you this innovative project that is called the IDEA. As you said, how was the idea born? Well, for starters, it started as an inside hub where as staff members, we shared our ideas, we shared our projects, new techniques, various tools to enhance students' education, to enhance new strategies for students to use and to prioritize the learning experience for our students. So it started like that. And once the pandemic hit us and we started giving online classes, we realized all of our strategies and all of our tools that we had shared as an inside community were developing and were helping all of our teachers in a very good way. And the important part is not only our teachers were taking great advantage, but our students were taking great advantage, and our results from that were really, really good. Our students were learning in a very good way. So as pandemic continued, we continued with online classes, we started seeing that we had an opportunity, which was an online school for many students, for many families who would see this as an opportunity for different lifestyles that people might have, right? So that's when in August 2021, many schools and most of our Sierra Nevada campuses began to start classes normally. So that's when a lot of our students decided to stay online. So that's when, as the IDEA Online School, we thought we were going to have, I don't know, 10, 20 students. And by August 2021, we had 500 students, right? So a lot of families, either they were worried about contagious COVID viruses that started in 2021 to various different lifestyles. So the moment that it started was August 2022. We started with all of this, the IDEA Online School. And for next school year, we continue with our program and hopefully with a lot of students.
And I love this because Andrea and I have had these conversations throughout these years that have been moments of change and crisis. And something that I think it's a lot of fun, very productive, that brings us is, as you said, it's an opportunity. It's a time to reflect and to rethink, where do we want to take education from here forward? No, we can't say that everything was bad. There were a lot of things that were interesting that really people had not pushed for because they didn't want to take the risk. Because you felt, schools, I think, education felt we're in a good place. So why change something that kind of works, right? Yeah. But then you're forced into changing, and then you have this opportunity of learning so many of these things. So from what you're describing, that was the process, is that correct?
Yes, exactly. As I mentioned, a lot of families took this as an opportunity for their children, meaning maybe I am a family that travels a lot, that wants to go places, that wants to meet new places. And as a family, we hadn't had the opportunity to travel as a family because my children were at school and couldn't skip it, right? So right now they have the opportunity to continue this family lifestyle, and many other examples.
Jimena, one thing I really love is the opportunity has given for students who are talented maybe in an artistic sense, or athletes, and they couldn't do this at a level, you know, where they can be just growing that talent because the school had certain limitations, right? So
yeah, I mean, we have a lot of students who want to be professional athletes or who are right now, who are looking for a career there, and have been blessed with this opportunity of a great level of education, which is our Sierra Nevada base program, which is a great level, and besides giving it online. So students are having two positive things in one, which helps them continue with a career they want to pursue.
That's excellent. And, you know, now more than ever, and Gabriela and I, we know this because we interviewed your head of school, Mr. Alex or Alexander Sirs, and for our educational excellence event back in March, I remember we were looking for heads of schools to give us their testimony and tell us, you know, one of the greatest learnings that they'd had from the pandemic. And he was actually talking about exactly this, how the pandemic had informed that more and more our educational models needed to be flexible. And I think this is what you're talking about, that we need to be able to personalize education. We need to be able to customize it all the way from, you know, the differentiated learning components that are based on each student's level of interest and you know, they're also their skills and their talents. So we need to gear it towards that, and we need to be flexible in terms of what we can offer them in terms of an added value. And it sounds like the Idea Online program is able to do all of that and more. So I'd really love to ask you a little bit about your well, the benefits of the program in terms of, okay, we understand there's this large academic sort of pedagogical framework that guides it, and surely there are other elements that complement it. So we'd love to hear both and how you've, as the master, structured it in your vision.
Exactly. I mean, as I mentioned before, our Sierra Nevada program is our base. The academic program is our base, which has all of the experience, right? And from that, we have been implementing exactly a differentiated learning strategy, okay, where we know our students individually. We have the opportunity to know exactly where they are heading, and from that we can do various projects with them in which they will focus where they are going, where they want to go, and how they want to pursue their dreams in this life, right? So, for example, I have talked to you guys about how we have athletes who are going to be living in Germany, but want to stay in school with us because of our academic level and because of our program. So what we do with those students is to mix what they are learning in the country that they are and all the experiences that they're having over there with our academic program, and mixing the real life experiences with the academic program in order to have a real life experience where they are being prepared to what's going to really happen in their adult lives, right? So we are starting a program which basically has the Sustainable Development Goals, where we want our students to know, to acknowledge every Sustainable Development Goal that we have till supposedly 2030 to solve. So our students are going to know these SDGs in order to find a solution from where they are. So all of these students, let's say there's a ballerina, there's a golfer, there's a football player, there's a student who lives in another country, but is already working in a professional job. So all of these students have the opportunity from where they are professionally developing to solve and to have a solution from one of these sustainable development goals. So what we want of our students is to prepare them to have a professional growth with having a positive impact to our planet, to our world. So it's not only you're going to be a successful CEO from whatever company. You are going to be a success, but you are a whole student. As a whole student, you're not only good at your job, but you're good at helping others, at helping a community, as helping to have a better world.
Most definitely. And I think that Gabriela and I couldn't agree with you more that when learning transcends the classroom and is actually relevant and authentic in the real world, and students actually make meaning and understand and have these real connections to their surroundings, to their environment. And I think you said the key word there is they know from early on that they can have an impact, that they can really contribute, is when learning becomes an essential part, because they are, of course, held accountable and responsible for those outcomes. And I think you've really synthesized it so beautifully. We understand this shared vision is shared throughout the programs at Escuela Sierra Nevada, and we honor this innovative vision that is now translated into an 100% online program. Talk to us a little bit more about that blended component that you mentioned earlier. We understand it's all online. We do understand that there are benefits in terms of time management, self-paced learning, the virtual collaboration opportunities. What about this blended idea at some point? I know that you started with a blended model. Now it's all going full-blown online, correct? Or is there a little bit of both?
The idea online school was always online. It was always online, synchronous work. This means that students were able to interact with their teachers, with their classmates, and teamwork, et cetera, et cetera. Nowadays, for next school year, we will be offering two types of programs. The synchronous, which is your interaction with your teacher, and full schedule, where you have various subjects at a certain time and you have to connect to your classes via Zoom, via Teams, et cetera, et cetera. And we have our other model program, which is totally asynchronous. Asynchronous means this student will be learning completely online with no schedules, only, self-guided. And I don't like to say self-guided because our communication with students and our compromise and our promise with our students is they will have constant feedback, constant communication with our teachers. So it is going to be a model where students will be self-paced. They will be learning while we give them the material, but it's going to be material that has teachers behind all of this job. So whenever the students wants to contact the teacher, wants to contact their classmates, there will be forums for this, and there will be space for them to communicate and to interact. But why are we offering the asynchronous program? Because we are having students from all over the country and all over the world. As I mentioned, we have a student who's going to be living in Germany. We have another student who's going to be in Italy. There's another student who's going to be in Ecuador. So this is the type of profile or students that we are looking for. Students who are looking for something greater than just an academic program. We are looking for students who want to succeed in many aspects of this life, right?
Jimena, but I wonder if there aren't some questions regarding the part of social interaction. because we know that at this age, social interaction is one aspect that is very important as well. So I imagine this is something that you have figured a way of resolving.
Yes, we do have a network, and we do have a program that's called Narrative 4 that has been working with us. I don't know if you've heard about it, but it's sharing stories. It's having students interact online. We will also have moments of interaction, live interaction, okay, where students are going to be able to interact socially face to face. That will be periodic. Those will be periodic meetings. And as well, we've been noticing along this school year that the social aspects are something given to our future generations. Our future generations are accustomed to this. They interact online. They interact online all the time. So we are going to offer this face-to-face meetings and these social encounters, but we are also sure that this social aspect, that as adults we are accustomed to something else, we are seeing that future generations are accustomed to having social interactions online the whole time. So that's how we are working.
Okay.
Well, that's excellent. Thank you, Gabriela, for always bringing our focus back to the student and how we're, working on the whole child and developing their social and their emotional, which we know today, and we've known for a long time, there's a deep connection, right, between learning and feeling good. So of course, Sierra Nevada, your proposal, your vision is all encompassing, and we love the idea of this wholesome education that involves all the components or all the dimensions that considers the human being. No? So with that in mind, I wanted to ask you a little bit more. You said the word profile. Immediately it brought to mind, okay, so you talked a lot about the profile of the student. Maybe you touched upon a little bit the profile of the family. Tell us more about the profile of your teachers, of those professionals and experts that are guiding such an innovative program. How is it that you develop them? How do you train them? Are they, experts that come with the knowledge of this new augmented reality or the virtual reality? Or how is it that we can, understand what the teachers are bringing to the program, to the IDEA online program?
Thank you for that question, because our teachers are the base, right? I mean, we could have whatever academic program, whatever superb curriculum, but if our teachers do not believe in the program, then nothing's going to work. And thankfully, our teachers have been committed to this program from the very start. And what we've realized is that obviously all of our teachers are technological, are tech savvies, but what we realized is the people who believe that these students have a greater impact, that every student has a greater impact in this planet, are the ones that really compromise with this program. These are the teachers who believe in our students, who believe that an online program is for those students who really want something greater in life, really want to learn for themselves, really want to focus on achieving something greater just in a professional career. They want to be these global citizens, citizens that have a community feeling for the people surrounding them. And so I feel that teachers who believe in education, who believe that every student has a different way, a different method, and that everyone can accomplish different things, are the people who have been greater in this project. These teachers who are flexible, who, and I was talking to this yesterday, these are the people who, for example, let's say that they ask for a project, no? They ask for a project, they specify what the instructions are, what they are asking. And many students, there's students who deliver a beautiful presentation with beautiful creativity, with everything. And there's another student who might be delivering something blank, to the point. But if the objective is given, then there are many ways for a student to deliver the objective. And if the objective is met, then we're at the other side of this. So those are the teachers that we have. These are teachers flexible, and also ready to learn more at all times, because education, normally we have to be educators that are learning the whole time. But as educators online, this is even a more challenging aspect, where I think that apps, new tools, new platforms are at the minute, presented to us. So that's where we as teachers have to be open to learn, to have feedback, and to change, to be flexible at all times.
Mhm.
I love that. I mean, I don't know what Andrea is going to say, but something that I love is that schools at its worst, they're places that students survive, no?
Mhm.
They get through them because they need to get through them, but it doesn't really impact them in a positive way. Now, at their best, they're places for growth. They're places for, where students have these type of experiences that really mark their personalities for the rest of their lives. So I love the fact that this willingness to revisit the question of what should we do and how should we do it, and have this flexibility that you mentioned, because I think that keeps you as a school being relevant, and not just continuously looking backwards and towards the past, but looking forward to where they're going to be and how they need to be prepared for that. So I love this. So it's just congratulations for such an amazing project.
Thank you.
Of course, and I'll chime in with Gabriela and say that along with innovation and change comes the idea of taking risks. And when we interviewed you prior to our conversation, you talked a lot about sharing, creating, or nurturing, fostering was the word you used, the leadership mentality that is, or the leadership mindset, and how to nurture that with your students, with your teachers. And I think that this is, you've given us so many great examples of how you envision this happening. Of course, we're going to be following you very, very closely along this journey, because as you said, it's a journey it's a life experience, right? A trajectory cannot be measured by an instant, by a moment, but we need to follow in the journey. We're very, very curious to accompany Escuela Sierra Nevada and this great initiative that you are the leader of, Ms. Jimena Vallejo. I want to take a second to acknowledge, if you'll allow me, these great people that are online with us today. Ms. Veronica Larios, welcome to our program. Ms. Lourdes Arias, who is also watching, and Juan P. Garcia. We've got Adriana, who is here with us, and Claudia. We've got Nuria and Yolanda Morales, Daniela Elizondo, Cynthia Clement, and Ms. Joali. Please welcome all of you, your comments, your questions. Ms. Jimena Vallejo is super happy to respond and to listen to you. Ms. Ana Eli Castellan and Araceli Jimenez. So thank you all for being with us this evening. We know that the program will be kept in our channel for many other viewers and watchers who will be able to tag along later on, but certainly a happy moment when we can entertain the idea of innovation and change. As Gabriela said, let's not stay set within our comfort zones. Let's push and see what's out there. And Ms. Jimena, thank you so much today for showing us and reminding us that that is possible in the face of adversity, how we can take that as an opportunity and build forward to strengthen our communities. It does take a village, right, to raise a child, and Escuela Sierra Nevada is more than that. You're a big family, and we feel that warmth coming through from all of the great team that makes all of you here. In the last couple minutes, my dear, would you like to share anything else? Go back to revisit some idea that you might be, just wanting to share a little bit further?
I mean, I'm thankful for this platform to let people know about this opportunity and this project that is, as you mentioned, really innovative. We are trying to get to the very last spot of this planet, so students have the chance to grow in these aspects. Many students find themselves in some schools where they don't know where to grow. And to have them know that there's other ways to learn, and that there's other ways to follow their dreams, and that there's other ways, and that by having a laptop they can get to that is a very different way of thinking. You don't have to go to a certain country to find this academic level. No, you can just turn on your laptop and there we are. So to have this opportunity for all students all over the world to have this academic level, for me, is a privilege and an honor, right? So I feel that our program is based on keeping our students' curiosity to learn. We've been seeing that students from a certain moment in elementary stop being curious. It's like, school, we need to turn in this, we need to do this, we need to, we don't want that to be lost. I mean, we want them to know that it's not about turning in, it's about wanting to learn more things. It's about to be curious of things that can help this planet that needs our help. I mean, there's a lot of situations right now that our students are going to face, and then we have to do something about it. So I really believe that this program is for all of those students who want to be something greater and be able to follow their dreams from where they're at.
What an inspiring reflection to end our conversation today. Well, just before we end, I do want to turn it over to Gabriela for her final comments. And I want to acknowledge that you've reminded us of the essence, my dear. I think this abundance mindset that the students, in fact, can make a difference, is what will lead them to understand that. You said it really well yourself. Follow your dreams. There are no limits. Escuela Sierra Nevada, thank you for empowering the leaders of tomorrow. Over to you, Gabriela. Microphone.
Sorry.
No, you're great.
I love this type of space where you have these conversations, because I think you don't only just benefit students, which they really need this type of experience when we're talking about school and education, but we also get a chance to inspire others to rethink what they're doing in education and come up with their own answers. I mean, this is the answer that you guys came up with, and I think it's beautiful in its flexibility and its approach of rescuing, curiosity and desire to learn, which is a natural thing that we sometimes kill when going through a bad school experience, So I think it's amazing, and thank you for coming, because it's sharing. I think it's sharing with everyone, and in education we're not greedy, right? It's not like we found it and it's our idea and let's never talk about it. It's about inspiring others and just creating communities that are able to learn from one another, and just continue to strive for this, no?
I can almost hear the children in the background echoing Miss Gabriela saying, sharing is caring. I love the idea. Listen, we've got a few comments here from Cristian Hidalgo. She says, a great project for our children. Miss Cynthia Clement, she says it's very inspiring with a little heart. And Miss Anna says it's an honor to contribute to the idea. We've got Pau Sandoval. Thanks for this great project that contributes to education in such a positive way. So hello, we've got some great people in attendance today. We always want to thank you for following us and for creating and sharing the awareness of education and how it's transforming. Miss Jimena Vallejo, academic director, a visionary for the IDEA online project for Escuela Sierra Nevada. It has been an absolute pleasure to host you this evening. A huge hug to the entire community of Escuela Sierra Nevada. Un fuerte abrazo a todos, and we'll see you the next time.
Muchísimas gracias por invitarme. Ha sido un honor, me encantó platicar con ustedes y que toda nuestra comunidad sepa de nuestro programa. La verdad es que mil gracias.
Bueno, hasta muy pronto. Over and out.